Hey all, this is Eucep again. Been watching a review of movie Smokescreen, which was done for Brad, Xillian XLR, who apparently hates that mold. He wants proof that everyone hates that mold. I'm going to disappoint him. I actually like this mold. Now, I will say I'm not using it completely as it should be. You have some options with him which aren't actually documented, and just that little change does it for me. Now, I will also state I think the chubby look of him works as a mold quite well. I like the looks of it. I will also admit I don't find it suited for jazz. This is more a bruiser, a heavy artillery kind of figure, not the sleek and fast jazz we'd expect from it. So yeah, I'm going to review this guy. As you can see, he is here in his attack mode, which is a bit lousy. It's just the gun clipped to his rear spoiler, but for all terms and purposes it works. I don't collapse the gun anymore because it's way too tight. I fear I'd break it, so it'll always stay in this sniper gun mode. Not really a big issue. You can of course remove it, which leaves with this very sleek looking sports car, of which I have no idea which brand it is. I didn't really pay much attention to it in the movie itself. But overall it's fairly nice. It has a cockpit with interior. Let's pull out the light a bit closer. Let's see if we can see it. There's actually a driving seat, passenger seat, some internal cockpit stuff. It's a bit shallow, but it works for the illusion. He has fairly limited paint details, but the ones that are there are the ones that count, including rear lights. So actually the only thing really missing around the rear is, well, a number license. That's about it. Let's put down this light a bit better, which helps. So, for transformation. Well, that's not exactly how it's supposed to go, but let's unhinge this part, which frees up his legs. You can detach this part, which is for the official transformation. I don't do it. I've seen no use in it. The shield part looks dumb. Alright, for the legs, pull them out and pull this entire section down. You have a post and port part here. Simply connect it up, and it's for the large part done. If you pull out his legs enough, you'll get them like this. Rotate these parts and fold out his feet. Underneath there are heel spurs, which are a bit tricky to get to, but that's about it. You might notice a pair of fake wheels at the sides move along. I think it's one of those weaker things which I shouldn't have done. Doesn't bother me too much, but it would have been better without. Now, for the top, you pretty much have to pull on his side wheels, which pretty much frees up his arms. I can pull up the hood a bit. It's a double hinge, which is very tight on mine and can result in parts falling off. But they're just as easily refitted, so that's not the biggest issue. Alright, so both sides are up like this. Then this is where actually the most irritating part of the transformation is put in, is how to transform his arms properly. Take this part, fold it up, fold it all the way around until you hit the wheel. Fold up this part, fold it up again. Then you're left with this. Fold out these little fingers and collapse it all entirely together. And you have one hand done. We'll do the same on the other side. Move this part all the way around. Fold out his arm. Fold out his fingers. And collapse it a bit. And that leaves us with him like this. Then the oh so famous automorph. And just his head pops up like that. Also his chest extends a bit, which distorts it a bit, but I find the effect a bit minimal, so not too interesting. It leaves us with this, well, fat Jazz. Yes, fairly fat. It's largely due to how his legs are, and the chest being fairly broad and fairly short as well. All in all, yes, for Jazz as a character, I think the Human Alliance one will be a lot better than what we have here. But I think he actually looks nice. He has some limited articulation. Shoulders are in ball joints due to transformation, but good enough. His elbows can fold up slightly. Yes, he has no decent hands. It's something I can forgive due to the movie line, because so few actually have normal hands. Heck, not even Ratchet has normal hands. So, yeah, you could take this off as a shield. I don't do that. Instead, I fold the spoiler back a bit, clip on the gun, and voila! A much more G1 resembling Jazz way. Sadly, his legs are also fairly limited in the knees due to the door cable, and you can't really move it around or anything, which is too bad. I wish they could have made it perhaps pop out a bit more, who knows, but oh well. No, I don't think it's a very bad figure. It has a few flaws, but I just like the looks of him. He stands well, he displays well, just, well, yeah, he isn't really Jazz. And a fairly, well, light piping one at that. Anyway, this was Eucep giving my opinion on Jazz. See you all next time.